The last few years have been nothing short of crazy in the luxury markets here in San Diego, and it's due to a few different reasons that I'm going to share with you. But today we're actually going to break down the top 5 luxury sales that have happened in San Diego in the past year. And I'm also going to share some ideas on where our luxury market could be headed. So let's get after it now. So what is a luxury home here in San Diego? Well, I'm very glad you asked, because a luxury home can really be considered anything from about $4 million and above. And here in San Diego, we've seen some sales happen well into the $20 million price range, which we're actually going to cover a few in this video. But overall, we've just been seeing such a great big wealth migration down here to San Diego with luxury buyers, which has been keeping a lot of momentum happening in our luxury market down here. I mean, you have some very world-renowned areas like La Jolla, Rancho Santa Fe, Solana Beach, Del Mar, and people are coming down here just because real estate is a little bit less expensive than, let's say, LA or Orange County. So we have the same weather, maybe even a little bit better. We have some beautiful scenery and some really, really gorgeous homes. Not to mention, we're gonna see a big influx of Los Angeles luxury buyers down here to San Diego, because Los Angeles just imposed a new tax that if you sell a home for more than $5 million, you're gonna be taxed about 4% on the total of that sale. And guess what? If you're selling a home for $10 million or more, you're gonna be taxed about 5.5%. So $10 million sale, you're gonna have to be paying about $550,000 in taxes if you own that home and go and sell it. So that's gonna create a lot of buyers that were looking in those LA luxury markets. Guess what? They don't wanna pay that tax, so they're gonna start looking down here in San Diego and even Orange County. Now, the first major sale that we're gonna take a look at is located in Rancho Santa Fe, and this one is a 7-bedroom, 9-bath with an additional 3 half baths at about 18,223 square feet. And this one sold for about $16.5 million. Now, they were originally asking about $25 million for this, and they ended up making a deal happen at about 16.5, and it took about 140 days. Now, I will say this was on and off the market since about 2017, so it took a while. But as you guys can see, this place was straight up insane. It was a resort. It had everything you could really need on it. It had a tennis court, it had a volleyball court, it has 2 separate guest houses. And you know, it's a different kind of style, kind of Spanish, but it did probably need some renovations in certain areas. Now, this next property is actually right down the street in Rancho Santa Fe, and this one's going to be a 6-bedroom, 7.5 bath home at about 11,622 square feet. So it actually sold for about $16.6 million, and that's actually $100,000 over what the seller was originally asking for. So maybe they threw in some furniture into the deal, but either way, this home sold in the matter of 74 days, which is incredibly fast, because these luxury homes, especially in this price range, can take anywhere from 6 months to a year, sometimes multiple years, to get these sold. But you can see that this place was jaw-dropping. It was a completely new construction, built from the ground up, and had a ton of natural light coming in, massive windows. It had a gym and a real nice outdoor indoor living lifestyle. And Rancho Santa Fe is going to be an area where you really can't get into this zone unless you have about $3 million. And even then, you're probably gonna wanna have a renovation budget as well, because you'll be looking at some outdated homes. Now, this next home, or I should say our third property that we're looking at, is going to be located in La Jolla, and this one's gonna be in the neighborhood of La Jolla Farm, so right next to Black's Beach right there. And this is going to be a 9-bedroom, 11-bath with an additional 3.5 baths at about 14,252 square feet. And this one ended up selling for about $17 million. They were originally asking about 23.5, and this one took just shy of a year to sell. So this one sat on the market for a while. Eventually it did find its buyer, a very, very lucky buyer, because this home is absolutely gorgeous. A little bit different than what we've been looking at. This one's gonna be more of a craftsman style, but you'll have so many different choices whether you're looking in La Jolla or Rancho Santa Fe. And now we're gonna move on to our 4th house, which is going to be in the $20 million range right over there in Del Mar. It's actually really close to Del Mar Dog Beach if you're familiar, but this one's going to be a 6-bedroom, 6.5 bath home at about 4,300 square feet, and it sold for $20 million in just about 15 days. So they were originally asking $22 million. Looks like they ended up making a deal at about $20 million. Now, this home was a pre-construction, so all we have is the photos of the rendering, but you can see they went very, very modern on this. It's beachfront. It's in a very, very prime location, so whoever got this one is very, very lucky. Now we're gonna head back over to La Jolla to check out the biggest sale of the year, and this one was in a neighborhood known as Maryland's right here in La Jolla, and this is a 7-bedroom, 8-bath with an additional 2 half baths at about 12,628 square feet. And this one sold for about $21.8 million. Now, they were originally asking about $23 million, and it took about 2 years to finally find that buyer and sell for $21.8, which is still really darn fast for a house of that caliber. It's very Spanish contemporary, has some very epic views, and it is hands down a very, very gorgeous house. So very insane that people are spending this much money on these glorious homes, but hey, if I had the money, I would probably be doing the same thing, especially here in San Diego. And even right now, there's currently about 120 homes for sale in that $4 million price range and above, and an additional 25 that are already pending. So what do I think is going to happen to the luxury market here in San Diego? I think it's going to continue to thrive and have a lot of momentum for a couple reasons. We just don't have enough inventory with some of these luxury homes, and we also have a great migration of other wealthier people coming here from places like New York, DC, Chicago. We have the Bay and also Los Angeles as well, because guess what? They have that new tax that's being imposed. So I think that's going to bring a lot of luxury buyers down here to San Diego. But either way, if you're in the luxury market or you're in the starter home market, we would love to be your real estate resource of choice. So if you have any questions, contact info is down below, and I will see you guys in the next video.